Hello, Hello. Hello, how are you doing? How are you doing? How is your day? How is your day going, guys? How have you been? How have you been? If you are watching this live, if you are with us right now, is anyone here? Is anyone here? Okay, let me wait for. Okay, great, great. How are you doing? How's your day been? Hope you are not overwhelmed so far regarding the 90-day challenge. Have you been doing your assignments? Where are you? If you are watching this live, just type in LIVE. If this is a replay, just type in replay. If you're watching this as a replay, type in replay. Tell me your name and where you are calling from, where you are dialing in from. How are you? Hello. It's good to have you guys here. Dr. James here from Nigeria. Welcome to our day 22 of our 90-day challenge. Welcome to our day 22. And I'm sure we have had a lot to keep up with. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. Awesome. Good to have you, Sir Aaron from Ghana. Good to have you here. How has your week been so far? You are making progress. Hope you are doing your assignments. So last week, sorry, yesterday, yesterday, Crown Diamond Anne took a really interesting session, and she did some questions and answers that I think if you haven't seen, you should go and review. And she talked about building connections and building a community. I think later on during the program, we're going to visit how to build a community. But she talked about building connections, and there were some there assignments, to do three reels. If you have done a reel, started this challenge, at least one reel, can you type an arrow, put an arrow in the chat for real. Put an arrow in the chat for real. If you have done three reels, type in arrow times three. Type in RX3. If you have done no reel at all since we started, just type in an N. Type in an N. Hello, Sophia. Good to have you from Nigeria. Awesome. Good to have you guys here. Welcome. Great. Irene has done a reel. If you've done three reels, type in R times three. If you've done no reel, just type in an N. It's okay if you haven't done. If you're still trying to find the courage to do one, it is okay. It is perfectly fine. We just want to encourage you to make that first step, to break that fear. Awesome. Safia has done two reels. Sadamato yet to do a reel, but you will and you can. Just break it. You don't need perfection. It is because we are trying to be perfect, trying to get all the steps right. It is not that difficult. All you just need to do is to put it out there. The moment you break that first one, the moment you cross that breakthrough point, they know that you are in and you are in for good. You just need to do it. I think actually your first reel should even be just maybe introducing yourself. Just say something like, "Hey guys, this is my first reel. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually doing this, but I'm glad to be doing this. And you're going to be seeing more from me. So just watch out this space, watch this space, and make sure you like my videos. Make sure you comment, and make sure you tell me, what you want me to do. Just an introduction. That's the simplest way to break in. If you have not done any reel, your first reel, you can just do a break. Just break in, and know that you are in there. You've passed that point of, you've passed the point of no return, and you're going forward ever. Awesome. So today is going to be a quick session, yeah. And like I said, today is day 22. This week we're going to be talking a lot on personal branding. We'll be talking about personal branding, and for today's session, we'll be talking about how to get people to know you. Because the truth is, in order to get someone to buy stuff from you on social media, they need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you. What did I say? They need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you for someone to buy something from you on social media. So there is knowing and then there is the liking. Once they're exposed to you and they see, okay, this is how this guy, this is the kind of content they put out. Oh man, I like how he does videos. He's funny, he's interesting, he's valuable, he usually shares educational stuff. Then they start liking you. And once you stay consistent and put this thing over time, then they start to trust you. And that is some of the things that we're going to be looking at. But today we're just going to focus on the basics, yeah, so that you will understand why we do what we do, and then how you can now start stepping out. So now you need to think about these three things when you're putting out any content out there. How are they going to get to know us? How are they going to get to like us? How are they going to get to trust us through our content? These are the questions. So like I said, if you've not done a reel before, your first video introduction, just introduce yourself. Just put it out there. Now, when you start saying, oh, this is my first ever reel, I'm excited to be here, you are already connecting the people. They already know that, okay, this is your first video. You're already connecting to the reality of people, because the truth is that people don't really like, I will talk more about this, people don't really like perfection as we think. They just like people that are raw, people that are sincere, people that are transparent and stuff. So when you post these things, our target is Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, because these are the lead generation spots. These are the lead generation platforms where we have to generate all of these things. So now just think about this. How can people know you? Can you type in the chat anything? How would people know you? Can you just comment maybe your tell me what you think in the chat? What would they see, or what things about you? How would people know you? What kind of things would you put? What would they see about you that like what would actually get people to know you? Let's talk about real life. How people know you? First, of course, they know your name, and they've seen you, then they start seeing things about you. Now, these platforms are social media platforms, and we usually share parts of our lives or parts of things that people are or will be, or things that interest us. So when you start putting things about yourself, your person, your family, things that you do, then they are knowing who you are. They're knowing where they'll at least know that, okay, you stay in this city. Oh, this person is Nigerian. Oh, he stays in Lagos. They will start knowing all of this from the content we put out there every day, on stories and stuff. When you start putting things that interest you, they'll start knowing the kind of things that you like. When you stay consistent, they'll start knowing the things that you are passionate about. As you stay consistent, they will start knowing your views, and they will know people around you. They will know what you do, So people, they are different, yes, like by self-introduction too. But the truth is that some people don't even need self-introduction for them to know you. When they see what you do, then they know what you do. When they see or they hear what you talk about consistently, then they know what you like. When they see the kind of pictures you do, your lifestyle, oh, you've traveled here, then they know that you are someone that's traveling. Social media is a platform where we can actually share information. We can share how we want people to know us. There are some people that live completely different lives on social media. They package it in a way. So if you see their social media and you see their real lives, they are completely different because they have learned the art of packaging. People have packaged themselves so well. Some people may not really be doing so well as much in life, but if you come to their social media, they can paint a very nice picture that you think and you believe that they are so wealthy and doing so well. That's packaging. But now we're not talking about insincere branding. We're talking about real branding, personal branding. What do you want people to know about you? What is it about you that people would connect with? So that these are the things that should come to our mind when you start thinking about content and how people can actually get to know you. So you think about these things. Now, if what kind of content will have people to get to know us? Now we start talking about reels on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, or even posts on YouTube, or Facebook lives. Now these live videos on Facebook, like majority of those who would watch it are really people that follow us or that friend us, unless there is something that piques interest in the algorithm, So, but if you share posts on Facebook groups and stuff, now these are the things that will get people to know us. Now, Instagram lives, for instance, it is only people that follow you or stalk you that would see it, and things like stories don't also count because people don't search for stories. So some of the key things, reels, reels are the most important things when it comes to people knowing you. Reels, yes, we already have pictures and photos and stuff, but pictures and photos, people don't know you from just pictures. Anyone can post any kind of picture. So a reel is a video, is a short story that tells something about you, about what you're interested in. And so how posts, now there are ways that some posts, some things that you put out there can flow up, and some of them can actually blow up because we all have first level connections, people that are directly connected with us and they follow us and they see your posts. So social media will actually show other people your content if your first level connections have commented on it. So it means your second level connections will actually start seeing the posts, the reels that your first level connections have commented on. That is why we share and we try to teach you on how to ensure that you put out engaging content out there that will get people to comment on what you do, on the reels that you have posted, so that it would actually be able to blow up because other people will get to see it. On things like YouTube, we're going to do some more training on this later. But if you create a video or stuff that have things, maybe that have like a title like "The Truth About Company X," people would want to see that. Or is product X a scam? People love to see that. That's on YouTube usually. So now the truth is, what kind of content will have people to like us, or better, to love us, and not just like us? Now these, you need to put out there live content. You need to put out there stories. You need to put things in the community. These are stuff that will get people to like you when you start sharing real stories. When you start being transparent. When you start being fun. When you start being when there's an energy, there's a positive thing about you. When you share these things, on these platforms, then people will start liking you. Remember, there is knowing, there is liking, and then there is what? Trusting. Now, trust just, it comes with truth and time. Trust can come with truth and time. Trust, what did I say? It will come with truth and time. If you put out a fake stuff out there, in time you'll be exposed. You can't keep on staying fake for a long time. And so trust will not be built. But when you stay consistent, and when you're putting the truth out there, this is the real me, this is simply me. I'm not perfect. This is what my life is like. These are the things I like. You're sharing your truth. You're sharing how you feel about stuff. You're sharing inspirational stuff. And then you stay consistent. So the longer people have seen you consistent with the same thing, the more credibility that you have. And the more you do all of this, the more people also share you as a resource for someone who gives value, who shares value. Now, the most important is the first thing, to get known, because people can't trust you if they don't know you, unless there are some extreme circumstances when maybe someone says they're a pastor, a man of God, or maybe someone that is a celebrity. You don't really know them, but then all of a sudden you just see this person and you realize that the person is a celebrity. Then some of these things, you might start bringing It might help to escalate the process or quicken the process of just being known to being trusted. When people so there are some um, background labels that come with some level of trust. We're talking about on a simple plane across board for everyone. For everyone, truth and time builds trust. So your content, your transparency, your vulnerability that you share, your the fun stuff that you share. When you share exciting ideas, when you share things that are good, things that are right, things that are noble, people start trusting you. When you share your views that are that are actually your good views about things, people start liking and they start trusting you. Yes, yes, yes. Dr. Uwa, you need to share more about yourself in your post. Great, great. So these are some of the things that people get to connect with. If you go out there, right? So we're talking about personal branding. Remember, personal. We're not now talking about product branding. So the first thing that people should know about you is not the products, these are the products I have. You just come out from nowhere and you want to sell the people. You want to choke something down their throat. No, they want to know you. Who am I dealing with? I don't know you from anywhere. Like, why are you showing me products to buy? Who are you? Where are you? For people ever ask you that and say, okay, I don't know you. I don't know you. So people, you need to be known. So getting known is the most important thing. You need to spend 80% of your time on this type of content, getting yourself known. And if you don't have anyone coming in from your funnel, then you can't have anyone buying your product at the bottom of your funnel or getting interested in what you are interested in. So the top is important, all right? People need to know you. So what kind of posts, what kind of things would you share? There's some kind of posts that you share. Number one, there is the educational posts. When you educate, people, when you give value, the value that you share will get you known. You know, so what kind of educational posts have you created on Reels on Facebook? Have you taught anything? Have you shared any value that would benefit people out there? Have you ever done that? Okay, that's one, educational. Number two, inspirational. Now, inspirational things, probably something could be personal. When you share personal things out there, even your life or your story about you or something that you went through or something that you did, personal stuff, it can inspire people. So what about you can inspire people? What do you do that inspires people? You share your story, you share stories of people that work with you, stories that have affected your life personally, stories about your travels, stories about some of the things that you do at home, you know, that will inspire people. For instance, my wife, she's a chef, and over time she has been creating reels and stories about food. How she makes food, how she prepares food for the house, and people are following her. Then she now starts teaching people on. She has now started teaching people on how to make some things, and people have been following. And now she now started creating some elaborate, teaching on how to prepare a certain food. While she's preparing, she's going breaking down the steps, and then because she has done that, she has not only shared, people now know what she does, they know who she is. Now she has now educated them on training stuff. Now she has also inspired them to prepare the same thing she's prepared. The other day, people were sharing their own posts after going through what she has shared and put on her on her page on social media. People actually went to go and make the same thing, and we're sharing the result of what they had made. So she had not only taught them, she had inspired them to make the same thing. And then it now goes into conversation. So that's how you inspire people, by getting people, by sharing things. When you educate, when you add value to people, because the truth is that people are more inspired by process, by progress, the progress you are making, not just the end result. A lot of times we think that people like, perfect result, perfect outcome, perfection. Oh, I did this, and look at, 100. No, sometimes people connect with you more when they see you in process, when they see you in progress, when they see you on the way. Why? Because most people are on the way. Everyone is in progress to go somewhere. They are moving to somewhere. They're trying to sort something out. They are in a challenge. So the people that will connect with you most are the people that connect with your post, people that connect with your process, with your progress. And that is how you inspire people. So don't wait until your results are complete, until, oh, you've grown and you're now at the top before you start sharing your story. No, share your story during your progress, because many people are, as well, are on the same path as you are. All right. I hope you are getting something out of this. I hope you are getting some new stuff out of this. So perfection is not as well received as progression. Because progression gets people to like you, actually, because they connect with you. Okay, so I've shared. So you talk about educational stuff, or you want to post inspirational stuff. Or number three, you want to talk about, you want to have like conversational posts, like posts where you get people talking, when you ask for people's opinions, what they think about stuff. Okay, what do you do in this kind of situation? Conversation. Now, this conversational post, it makes it clear the kind of people that are ready to engage with you. For example, you share like lifestyle posts and you ask, okay, would you rather do this or would you rather do that, like this or that? So you engage them, and so you have to start thinking about, okay, how can I put things out there that would be engaging? How so these kind of posts actually makes it clear the people that will grow to trust you enough to start a conversation with you. Imagine you're doing a live video, and you get into conversation, you ask people what they think, and they get on the live with you and they start talking. They trusted you enough to start conversing with you on social media, all right? It could be a reel, it could be a post as well that you have shared, and you're asking you're trying to engage them, all right? So I don't want to spend too much time today because that's actually a straightforward training, but the whole point is that people won't buy from you if they don't know you, if they don't like you, if they don't trust you. And it's a progressive process where people get to start knowing you. As they see what you do, they start liking you. As you stay consistent, then they now trust you enough to engage you and engage what you do. So get that, remember that, and ensure that you work with that. So today's assignment is actually an easy one, all right? We want people to know you, to know probably what you do, all right? So the assignment for today, day 22, is a simple assignment. It's just titled, it's like a sentence, all right? I help X. So I help who to do Y. So I help X to do Y. For example, I help these kinds of people to do or to get or to achieve this outcome. So I help who to do what. I help who to do what. So you're going to create a reel on it. Hi, my name is John, and today I want to share my mission with you. My mission in life is simple. So I help XX to do YY. So you need to make it specific because you want people to think about stuff that when they think that's me. Like when they see your post, they will think, oh, that's me. Like they fit into the kind of people that you help or the bracket that you have created. So it will attract people that want you. If it repels people, that's also great because you don't want people that are being repelled by what you do. So if it's too difficult, don't worry. Don't think too much of it. Just think about the first part. What kind of people do you help? All right. I help who? Who do you help? Start with general. All right. Then narrow it down to something a little bit more specific. If you start with general, okay, I help people. I help men. I help fat people to lose weight. Sorry, no, not fat people. I help overweight people to lose weight. I help people to improve their lifestyle. So these are some kind of examples. So you want to think about what you want to put out there. Who are you? Who do you help? Because in life, we are all supposed to help someone. You help someone to do what? All right. So this is a short story. Fraser, who shared this training with us, he started off his generic business with I help network marketers. That was his own. So if you're having a challenge knowing what to help people do, you can just start with the first side. I help who? Who do you help? All right. So his own was I help network marketers. And he brainstormed 50 live 50 live videos, like how to do a three-way call, how to edify your upline. And then he will get about 12 to 18 people on the live call. Then on his 12th episode, he now did a post saying 12 reasons to do network marketing. And then he started getting more people. And then when he realized that when he talked about social media, it blew up. And when he talked about the algorithm, that's what everyone loved the most. And so he realized that social media was his thing. Focusing on social media because he had done a lot of trainings. So after all of these, now realized that social media was his thing, and so it now helps to fine tune, to become more specific and say, I help network marketers build a business on social media specific. That was his own story. And so that be someone's story out here. Who do you help? What do you help them do? Yesterday, Anne shared with us, on how you can even do several videos on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, I just got into TikTok. See, I'm learning as well. I just did my first video on TikTok yesterday. I've been struggling. I did my first. No, I think I did my first video some time ago, but it was just a very clumsy. I just put pictures together. It was not even a video. I just put video. I just put pictures together. So yesterday was the first video I did on TikTok. Because the other things I put there, I got them from my Instagram. So yesterday was the first video I did on TikTok. It was my first time. And so all of us were learning. So don't think it's only you that is struggling, to do a reel. Because I did not like TikTok. I was like, nah, this is not for me. So I'm now starting to try to build a tribe, a followership on TikTok. So I'm learning as well. As I'm teaching you, I'm also learning. So our assignment, don't forget, get a short video, get a short reel, create a reel and tell them, look guys, I want to do a short video. I want to share my mission with you. Today I want to share my mission with you. My mission is to help X to do Y. All right? Great. I hope you're going to do this. If you are going to do this, type XY. Type XY. Let me see some XY because they're going to help X to get Y. They're going to help X to get Y. If you're going to do your assignment, give me an XY. Awesome, great, fantastic. Yeah, share your story during the process. Yes, awesome. Yes, I know it can be so hard niching it down. Yeah, I know. So that's why you want to just start from the broad thing. Start from the broad thing first, all right? Then start going down to specific. Just start. It's a process. Remember, it's a process. You can never get it right the first time. All right, it is a process. So I help X do Y. It can be anything. All right, it can be anything. So don't be compelled to talk about, oh, I help network marketers do this. I help this one get money. I help students make money through online businesses. Don't get pushed into a corner and narrow yourself out. No, just stay from your own point of view, from how you see things, from how you feel. Yeah, just share something. All right. Some people already have a brand that they are known for, and so that's even way easier. Like I know Dr. Easy already has a brand. That's already very easy for you, know. So we're trying to build your personal branding. Remember, your personal branding. All right. Awesome, guys. That brings us to the end of today's live call training, day 22 of 90. I hope you are learning stuff and practicing. Remember, you will never know it. It will never stay until you do it. It will never stay. It will never become flesh All this training will never become flesh, will never become part of you, part of your flesh, until you do it. So don't waste time coming on a live and learning and writing if you won't do it. I beg you. If you cannot do this one yet, it's okay. Go back and do some of the other assignments. Grow, learn something, do something. Until you do it, you won't get it. All right. Have a good night, guys. Dr. James from Nigeria signing out. I wish you a successive, progressive, and wonderful personal branding. All right. Bye for now. Peace. Here we go. It seems I don't know how to end this live. Okay. Okay, I've seen it.